Look at this. You are looking at the pinnacle of human engineering. Trillions of dollars of global trade, orchestrated by predictive AI, laser-guided cranes, and autonomous vessels. From the outside, the global supply chain looks like an invincible, frictionless machine. But it's a lie. Because if you look past the gigafactories, past the algorithms, and past the steel, every single iPhone, every vial of life-saving medicine, every piece of semiconductor manufacturing equipment is resting on this. Right now, there are over 5 billion of these wooden pallets in circulation worldwide. Despite all our modern obsession with carbon fiber and polymers, simple wood still holds a staggering 90% chokehold on the global packaging market as of 2023. In Europe alone, the industry pumps out 800 million licensed EPAL pallets every single year. These aren't just pieces of wood. They are the physical operating system of the global economy. They form a rigid, unyielding constitution. If your product doesn't fit onto this exact dimensional grid, it doesn't enter a modern automated warehouse. It doesn't get loaded onto a truck. For all intents and purposes, it doesn't exist in the supply chain. Take the Asian longhorn beetle. If left unchecked, this single insect could wipe out 1/3 of all urban trees in the United States. The estimated net economic damage, $669 billion. Just tearing up and replacing the infested trees in New York City alone would hand taxpayers a $2.2 billion invoice. So, to prevent total ecological collapse, humanity had to create an invisible biological defense line. It's called ISPM 15. Before any piece of wood can cross an international border, it must be baked in a massive kiln at exactly 56 degrees Celsius. It gets branded. It becomes sterile. This isn't just a regulatory hoop to jump through. It is the biological firewall of modern civilization. But the system leaks. Research shows that even with strict ISPM 15 protocols, a tiny 0.1% infestation rate means that 13,000 shipments carrying quarantine-level pests are actively infiltrating U.S. borders every single year. And the response is brutal. In fiscal year 2024 alone, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agriculture specialists executed exactly 882,387 commercial cargo inspections. If your pallet is missing that stamp, or if a single microscopic larva is found, there is zero negotiation. Your multi-million-dollar tech shipment is dragged under a tarp and suffocated with fumigation gas, completely destroyed under government supervision, or slapped with a massive bill and re-exported straight back to the country it came from. But if you think microscopic bugs are the biggest threat to global trade, you haven't been paying attention to the real weapon of mass disruption: bureaucracy. Recently, a wave of sheer panic swept through the global logistics sector. The European Union finalized the Deforestation Regulation, known as the EUDR. The mandate sounded impossible. Any wood product entering or leaving the EU must prove exactly where it was chopped down, complete with verifiable GPS coordinates. Imagine the math. Trillions of dollars of goods moving on 5 billion pallets, suddenly requiring geolocational proof for every single splinter of wood. Supply chain analysts were sounding the alarm. According to McKinsey, when you add new bureaucratic friction at customs, it doesn't just delay a truck. Just a few days of customs delay creates a violent structural breakdown, triggering massive inventory pileups and permanently inflating prices for the end consumer. It looked like the ultimate bottleneck, a regulatory shock that would freeze the world. But here is the crazy part. the part that almost everyone got entirely wrong. The EUDR does not apply to pallets used for transport. While the industry panicked, behind closed doors, European federations had to quietly issue statements confirming the truth. If you are selling wood as a product, you need the GPS data. But if you are using wood purely as a vehicle, as packaging to move another product, you are entirely exempt. The panic over the EUDR was a mirage, but it exposed a terrifying, undeniable reality about the systems we rely on. Our hyper-advanced, AI-driven global economy is deeply fragile. We have built a $1 trillion digital ceiling, and we've rested it on a $10 wooden floor. We are so bogged down by border friction, shifting regulations, and biological quarantines that the experts at Gartner now predict a massive shift. By the year 2031, 60% of all supply chain disruptions will be so rapid and complex, they will have to be resolved by AI agents without any human intervention at all. We'd like to think that global trade is governed by free markets, software, and infinite potential. But in reality, it's governed by 56-degree kilns, border inspectors, microscopic beetles, and the stroke of a regulator's pen. Regulations like ISPM 15 aren't just there to protect trees. They are invisible economic weapons. The ultimate gatekeepers, deciding exactly who gets to play in the global market and who gets left outside the walls.